Hey everyone, Arnaldo Wafferman with Master School Dances. And today I'm going to talk to you about yet another flood, but this one's really unique for three individual reasons. One is versatility. Two is the coverage. This thing is insanely bright, which you're about to see. And three is affordability. At $149.99 map, that's less than $150 for you mathematicians out there. You cannot go wrong with this light. So what am I talking about? I'm talking about the new ADJ Dotz Par. This guy is going to revolutionize the way that we think about floods, especially for the buck. So let's take a look and see what makes this light so unique. So first of all, let's look at the construction. Construction on this thing is absolutely insane because for $149.99, I'm expecting plastic. Yes, plastic can be durable, but I'm not expecting, an all-metal design, but that's exactly what I got. Everything. The parts here, or, the little round face, the back end over here, obviously the yoke, even the lens frame, which I'll cover in a second, all metal. So you get a nice, durable design that's absolutely roadworthy. Now, just like all of ADJ's lights as of late, you have your power in, power out. Unlike the previous Tri-Series, like your Mega Tri-Par Profile, your Tri-64, or even your Q series, you don't have where it's in and out on opposite sides. It's basically in and out of one side. Some of you may like that, some of you don't. To me, it's completely indifferent because of the way that I set these lights up. But it does have little feetsies, as I call them, so you can remove the yoke entirely and just have this sit nice and flat. And the buttons are obviously recessed a little bit, as compared to the feet, so you won't accidentally push the button when you put it down flat. So what makes this light so versatile? Well, if you see my videos, you know that I love two things. I love bright floods and I love the LSF series. Now, for those of you that are not familiar with the LSF, it stands for light shaping filter. It allows me to take a diffusing filter and it either lets me do a really tight 60 by 1 degree, or my favorite, it gives me an overall diffusion. Now, beforehand, I was able to do with only 4 of my QWH5s plus the actual diffusers, the LSF, I was able to do 800 people with only 4 lights. And I get people like, oh, that's impossible, and I show them and their mind's blown. In my opinion, every person should have the LSF. Well, this light kind of sort of has that built in. You see, when you get the light, this handy dandy little gel holder, and the gel holder is not a weak gel or even a thick, plexiglass, or not, I guess plexiglass type bendable gel. Nope, it's an actual plastic, hard plastic, so it doesn't break or fold or anything like that. With it, you get a nice 25-degree beam. So it's going to be perfect for uplights, or if you need to throw light way far out on the other side of the room, or if you need to specifically highlight certain areas, if you're going to use this as a rental, or if you need it for a production of some kind, you need an S-type beam, you got this. Now, I always lose screws, and I think we all do. We take our light apart, or we take something apart, we put it back together. It's like, I got these screws left over, and I'm missing these screws. That's usually how it works, and I got worried when I first heard these are detachable. But check it out. ADJ already knew that. ADJ knew that, hey, dude, you are going to lose those screws. So what they did is they made these permanently attached. So you just push in, you screw it in, you're good to go. These do not come off. So this is pretty handy. Let's go ahead and look at it without. Without, you get a nice 60-degree beam. Now, 60 degree may sound wide to you. It may not sound wide to you. You may have no idea what the heck 60-degree beams. What that means is that with this light, I can flood about 800 some odd square feet, like in the photo that you see here. That's half of a hotel ballroom with the divider wall in between. Now, it may be a little bit bigger than 800 square feet, but I know it's at least that wide. So why does it do that? Well, because this is one of the very first floodlights out on the market that incorporate COB technology. For those of you that don't know COB technology, it stands for chip on board. Now, if you don't know what chip on board means, it basically means that inside this fancy little light here, there's an LED module. But that LED chip doesn't just contain 1 or 2 chips, it contains an array of chips that all work together to give you a wide beam. It gives you really vivid color mixing. You're gonna get pinks, you're gonna get purples, you're gonna get colors that you've never even imagined. Even ambers, even though this is only RGB, you're gonna get ambers that you never thought imaginable, because COB is a whole different realm when it comes to LED color mixing. You could almost compare it to a line array. And that's what I tell people. Compare it to a line array, but with LEDs. Instead of one LED working hard, it's tons of little LED diodes on one chip working together to create badassery. Now on the back, of course, you have a few different options. You've got your, you can do individual control, just like all your lights, right? You can control the lights and do either color chases or sound active or individual colors just by going on the back here, which is pretty cool because that means I can take this on top of my speaker, bolt it on top, choose the color, and I'm good to go there if I need a quick, simple light show. Or I can use one of the RF remote controls sold separately and control it with that, which is pretty awesome. You can do DMX and you can choose whichever channel mode fits your needs, plug it in, and use it. Pretty simple. So again, you got 3 different ways of using this guy. The most exciting thing to me is the fact that I can now basically not have to worry about bringing out LSFs or anything like that. I get a nice wide beam, but using that COB technology. Now, this is a 30-watt COB chip that's in here. If you want to know how bright that is, this is the exact same chip module that is in the Dotz Matrix. Now, the Dotz Matrix contains 16 of them, and with 2 of the Dotz Matrix on either side, I can flood a high school gym at only 50% up. Technically, I can flood a high school gym with only 16 of the Dotz Matrix, but I use one on either side for coverage. That technically means that I could take 8 of these around the gym or on either side, and I can flood. And I'm not mean like a small high school gym. I mean those high school gyms that hold 3,000 students. Yeah, I can do that with about 8 to 16 of these. For most dance floors though, 4 of these will give me plenty of coverage. But I like massive, massive, massive coverage. One of the great things is at the price that you're getting these, again, $149.99 map, you can buy multiple ones. But you know what scares the crap out of me about doing uplights? Not about walking, where somebody's like, yeah, I'm taking this with me. That's not what scares me about uplights. It's about the little kid with his soda pop, mommy, oops. And then he spills it all over your light. And there goes your light. Well, I'm not saying these are waterproof. If you want an IP65, you want to look at the Wi-Fi version of that. But what I am saying is that there's a nice cover on here that if you do spill something, it's not going to get destroyed. And I'm already speaking out of personal experience. So this isn't IP65 rated. I'm not claiming that as such. But what I am claiming is that it's a little bit more durable than other traditional lights that have the circuitry and everything exposed. This guy doesn't have that. And that's pretty nice too. So again, the ADJ Dotz Par, a complete revolution when it comes to flood lighting. You get your versatility with either a wide 60-degree beam or bam, you get your 25-degree beam. And I'm curious if this means that they may eventually make lenses in various degrees. I don't know, but that'd be kind of cool to see. But you got your versatility, you have your ruggedness. This is a road-worthy fixture, and I'm not just saying that as a mobile DJ, I'm just saying that as somebody in general. Whether you're a rental house, whether you're an actual full production house, if you're a hotel, you own your own venue, this is all metal except for the little rubber feetsies and the buttons, of course. But all metal design, it's gonna last you for a while, so that's really cool. And of course, most importantly, affordability. Again, I've already told you the map price. Bam! Right there. So that price, you can buy 1, 2, 3, you can buy multiple ones of these because these are not going to cost you a lot of money. Now here's what's crazy, and this is kind of laughable at it. If you look, there are lights out there that are inferior to this product that are not as bright, and yet they still cost more because, I don't know. I'm not saying it's aliens, but... So again, the ADJ Dotz Par. Amazing light. I love it. You're going to love it. Trust me on this. My name's Arnaldo Offerman with Master School Dances. The greatest thing in the world is to like the video if you're on Facebook, subscribe to the video series if you are on YouTube, and yeah, just share it with your friends. Say, hey dude, I found this awesome light. You have to get it. And this guy that just talks a mile a minute without actually breathing in between is talking about it, so you should watch it too. So yeah, share it with your friends. Thank you guys so much for your time. Good night, and God bless.